News Channel Nebraska's live coverage of the Cornhusker State Games opening ceremonies is presented by Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. Craft your next getaway at lincoln.org. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. And Arby's. Stop by your local Arby's today. We hope you enjoy the show. Now, let's go live from Seacrest Field in Lincoln.
And welcome to Seacrest Field in Lincoln, Nebraska, the site of the 38th annual Cornhusker State Games opening ceremonies. Live on News Channel Nebraska. Brandon Axamit with you alongside Nebraska Sports Council Executive Director Dave Minerick. And Dave, it's that time again, the culmination of a year's worth of work and a celebration of athletes all across the state of Nebraska.
It's our biggest night, and I see a lot of smiles out there. There's a lot of people out there enthused and excited, and that's what this opening ceremonies is all about. It's in the Olympic tradition. It puts the inspiration and the energy and the entertainment into the event for all of these athletes who've done their thing, been training all year, and now they're going to go out there and go for the gold. But moreover, they're going to get together. And so tonight is a big Nebraska get-together built around sports.
And when you talk about this event and what we're going to see specifically tonight, I mean, you have done your homework. We have world record axe throwing attempts, we have motocross, we have skydivers, and of course fireworks. Just kind of set the scene for what our viewers can expect to see tonight.
Well, you went through a pretty good rundown of what the program is, but it always starts with the parade of athletes. So we'll get the athletes marched in. They're going to be led by Kathy Wieskamp, who we're celebrating a great career there that she's retired recently from LPS. She's going to come back up here and visit with us a little bit. And then we go on to our patriotic segment and the national anthem sung by the Lincoln Continentals. We do the Oath of Athletes, and we have some Husker softball players here going to lead the athletes in the oath. And then we move on to some of the higher entertainment stuff, the axe throwing exhibition, the motorcycles doing jumps and flips in their freestyle motocross routine, and we wind it all down with skydivers and fireworks and the lighting of the cauldron by the mystery torch lighter. There you go.
Well, and just because I want to make sure we hype this up enough, the axe throwing, go into a little detail on the world record attempt. What is going to be happening?
Well, Jesse Rude wants to make an axe throw that sticks in a target at least 72 feet away. 72 feet is the record. Jesse tells us he's going to try to break it at least 96 feet tonight in front of the crowd. He's going to throw about 10 times per segment, and he's got 2 segments to break the record.
Well, without further ado, let's get things started. We will now throw it over to our PA announcer, J.P. Keim, to get this one going.
And welcome to Seacrest Field for the 38th annual Cornhusker State Games. The Nebraska Sports Council proudly salutes our platinum partners, Pepsi-Cola of Lincoln, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, and the Nebraska Medical Association. The sponsors of tonight's opening ceremonies include Arby's of Lincoln, Liberty First Credit Union, and the Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau. The Nebraska Sports Council also salutes our diamond partners, CHI Health St. Elizabeth, the Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, the Nebraska Lottery, Allo Communications, KOLN, KGI, and 1011, Alpha Media, and News Channel Nebraska. We also gratefully acknowledge our gold partners, the City of Lincoln, Midwest Office Automations, the Graduate Hotel, and Red Thread. We hope you enjoyed Sport Fest, sponsored by Highland Dairy and Continental, the future of motion. Tonight's on-field MC is 1011 Sports Director Kevin Suits, and it looks like Kevin has a very special guest.
Yes, we do, JP. Welcome, everybody, to the Cornhusker State Games opening ceremonies. And to kick off tonight's festivities, we have the governor of our great state. Everybody give it up for Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And I want to add my welcome to the 38th annual Cornhusker State Games. Over 38 years, this has become the premier celebration of amateur sports in our state. From the statewide torch run to these fantastic opening ceremonies to 70 sports being played in communities around our state. This truly is an impressive event. And I want to thank everybody who's been responsible for making this happen, especially the 100 sponsors, and over 2,000 volunteers. Let's give them all a great big round of applause. This would not happen without all of their service and contributions. And to all the athletes, I know you all have been practicing very, very hard. You've been diligent in getting ready for this event. And I know that you're going to display that sportsmanship, that intensity, and that characteristic Nebraska grit as we go through these games. Let's give it up for the athletes. And finally, I would just want to say thank you all for being here tonight to be able to help celebrate these great athletes that are going to be competing. This is going to be a fantastic week, and it's great that you're all here to kick this off. So thank you all very much. Again, thank you to the sponsors. Everybody, to the athletes, wish you the best in the competitions and great success. And everybody have a wonderful Cornhusker State Games.
Great job. Thank you. Thank you, Governor. We appreciate him being here. I'm going to move around because this night's all about energy. Are you guys ready to have some fun? I was told to keep your eyes on the skies tonight because we will have people falling out of the sky. We will have BMX motocross going up into the sky. T-shirts are flying into the sky. We might have a world record set tonight. Did you guys know that? Oh, baby, we're going to have fun tonight. And of all those things, we're going to salute the athletes that are here tonight and will be competing in the Cornhusker State Games. They are outside, and I don't know if they know what they're walking into. So we've got to make some noise so they know there are fans in the stands. We're gonna chant CSG, but not that fast. We got to be loud. They're out there and ready. Are you ready? CSG, CSG, CSG. Couple more times. All right, let's get this show started. Everybody turn around, look at the press box. We're going to wave to JP. He's our public address announcer for tonight. Hi, JP. He's the PA voice of Husker men's basketball and Husker soccer. He's also the host of the Kicks 96.9 morning show. Everybody, JP Coyne!
Thanks, Kevin. Tonight's opening ceremonies are being televised statewide and streamed worldwide by News Channel Nebraska. Replays of the broadcast can be viewed on the News Channel Nebraska website. Our Cornhusker State Game athletes are ready to parade onto the field and will be led by the 2022 Honorary Parade Marshal, Kathy Wieskamp. Kathy took over the Lincoln Public Schools district-wide activities director job in 2013 after 3 years as athletic director at Lincoln Southeast. She has served as a board member of the Nebraska School Activities Association for several years. Before that, she served as an assistant athletic director, athletic academic program coordinator, and attendance coordinator at Lincoln North Star. Her years of service at Lincoln Public Schools also include many years of teaching physical education and as the volleyball coach at Lincoln Southeast. Tonight, we honor a 33-year career of service to student athletes of Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kathy Wieskamp. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. Kathy Wieskamp. The athletes marching in this year's parade will participate in more than 70 different sports before the games end next weekend. Be sure to cheer them on as they strive to do their best. The Parade of Athletes is sponsored by J&H Specialty Contracting.
Well, Dave, if your blood's not pumping after what Kevin Such just did out there on the field, I don't know what's going to get it going. I'm ready for this Parade of Athletes to get started.
I am fired up. It's time to get it going. It's time for the athletes to come in and receive the accolades of the fans. A lot of these athletes have parents or maybe children in the stands who are going to be rooting for them and waving for them as they go by. And something like this isn't something that happens at a normal tournament that most of these people play in, or a meet that they go to and participate in. It's unique to the Cornhusker State Games that they would march in and receive the accolades and then get to mingle with the other participants in their sport, and that's what makes it really a cool, friendly competition.
Well, and you heard Governor Ricketts mention, when you talk about the bigger picture of the state games as a whole, 70-plus events going on, and when you talk about, I mean, you've been involved with this for several decades. What's the growth that you have seen, getting from when you first began to where we are now?
Well, the sports has changed a lot, and the kind of the landscape of participation events has changed a lot, and we've made changes right along with the industry, moving to all of the online registration. And like the way it works for our program, we're always looking to make each event as good as it can possibly be. It may not always be the biggest event, but it's going to be as good as it can possibly be. And some of those things over the years have led us to, do more competitions outside of the Metro Lincoln area. We now have 10 different sports that are held in the greater Omaha area. We have a sport that we do in Fremont. We have a couple of sports we hold in Columbus, a couple in Kearney. And so we've just found that wherever the facilities are and the people are willing to host the event, and the communities want to, have something come there, it works out great for us to give participants in those areas a very convenient opportunity to play.
Well, when you talk about those communities outside of the Lincoln metro area being a part of it, it really speaks to, the overall, I guess, purpose and what brings this event together, which is the teamwork of people across the state. So what else and in what other ways do you see that when pulling this whole event off?
Well, number one, it's funded primarily by the business community. We don't receive any government funding, so we have sponsors that pitch in, and we have a lot of them. We have 100 plus. It's not one of those deals where we would have one gigantic $500,000 sponsor. The way this works best is we have 100 people pitching in, and it might be $1,000, it might be $5,000, and sometimes a little bit more. But that leads to a real community and a lot of connections there. By the same token, again this year, 2,000 plus volunteers. I mean, it takes so many people to do that. And like tonight's opening ceremonies, there's over 300 volunteers that it takes to get everybody where they need to be, keep everyone safe, and just keep all the moving parts moving. And there's a lot of moving parts in here. So we are certainly blessed with the spirit of community in Nebraska. There are 30 other states that do state games around the country, and Nebraska's is always one of the top 5 in participation. But our operations people, they lead a lot of the seminars at those because the other states want to know how we keep volunteers. And the only answer we can give them is, we're in Nebraska. People do their thing in Nebraska. So that's a tribute to the folks of this state.
Well, and speaking of the numbers as well, how did things sit participation-wise in terms of getting athletes in these 70-plus events?
As of today, and we take registration for some events right up through next Sunday, as of today we had about 8,500 people registered, which is about the pace we've been on the last 2 or 3 times we've had a normal-sized games, and it usually comes out right around 10,000. So it's going to be another really good year for participation.
Well, we have our parade marshal who has just stepped into the booth here. So let's get Kathy on the mic and chat a little bit with Kathy. Kathy, what were you thinking out there? Any special thoughts or flashbacks of memories coming to mind over your long decorated career as you were out there on the field?
Well, it just reminds me how important athletics and activities are for kids, and what a big part of their lives it is, and the excitement, the energy, again, of all the athletes we're seeing tonight. And there's so many options for them. Everybody can find something to participate in. And the other thing I think you want to look at is the age range. I mean, we've got young kids to adults that are participating and involved, and again, really believe in the value that these activities have for kids. And so it's great to be able to celebrate that with everybody throughout the state of Nebraska.
Well, and for our viewers at home, in case not everyone's aware, which I find it hard to believe, but you have had an amazing career, over 30 years in the LPS district, Husker volleyball player, and just announced a few months ago that you're stepping down and retiring from being the LPS athletics director and activities leader, basically. So I know it's still fresh. June 30th was your last day, but how are things going, and how are you feeling as you're looking forward to this new chapter in your life?
Well, again, I've loved every moment of my career and again, been around athletics the whole time. So this will be an adjustment, but I doubt that I'm going to stay away from athletics, just maybe look to do so in a different mode or a different venue or different space or whatever. But I've loved that opportunity. To be honest, I haven't had a free day till just since I've retired. I've been doing different activities and doing a little bit of traveling, and I really look forward to, again, just seeing what's new in this next chapter. But like I said, I anticipate finding something that still involves, and again, is around kids and people that really love and are passionate about doing activities in athletics.
For you, someone who's been an assistant athletic director at North Star, an athletic director at Southeast, and then, of course, the director of athletics for all of LPS, what has been sort of a common theme or thread, or what have you noticed most when interacting with student athletes in terms of giving them that motivation and providing some sort of words of wisdom, if you will, if they're aspiring to be a good athlete?
Well, again, it takes a lot of hard work, but again, never lose the fun of participating. And again, it takes a commitment, and I think you learn a lot from athletics, not only the sport, but it's more than the game. It's all the other things that you grow as a person and an individual from the opportunity to participate, whether that's being a great teammate, whether that's playing a certain role on a team, being the star, and how do you handle that, how are you a good teammate? All those kind of things I think are important. So looking at it holistically, I think, is the key part. And again, never forget how much fun you're having out there.
Well, Kathy, thank you so much for the time. An amazing career, well-deserved being the parade marshal here of the opening ceremonies, and wishing you best of luck. And I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around moving forward in whatever it is you decide to do.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again.
That is Kathy Wieskamp, now former LPS Director of Athletics and Activities here on News Channel Nebraska. We are now getting ready for the national anthem, but before we do, we want you guys to know about the Pumpkin Run. It is a Sports Council event that is very fun and happens every fall, and it's coming up again this year. So Dave, put in a little plug. You can tell people about it, but more importantly, we're getting ready for the national anthem.
Yeah, the Pumpkin Run is a youth-only fun run in October, and we're excited for it.
At this time, those who are able, please rise for the presentation of the colors by the Nebraska Army and Air National Guard's Joint Honor Guard, representing both the 155th Air Refueling Wing and the 92nd Troop Command. The national anthem will be performed tonight by the Lincoln Continental's Barbershop Chorus.
Can you see by the dawn's early light
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing in silence as the colors are retired. At this time, following the national anthem, it is appropriate that we take time to recognize and honor those who have stepped up to protect and preserve our way of life here in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please share your appreciation for all veterans, all military men and women serving abroad, and all military families here with us tonight. And let's hear it one more time for the Lincoln Continentals. Ladies and gentlemen, as the athletes take their seats, let's check back in with Kevin Stutes on the field.
You guys are probably wondering why there's a giant target right here, huh? Well, let's uncover that mystery. I have here Mr. Jesse Rude. Everybody put your hands together for Jesse Rude. You got like your own cheering section over here.
There's a couple, everybody.
A lot of them. I even think I saw a few t-shirts with your face on it.
Yeah. No shirt either, so.
Okay, what are you doing tonight, Jesse? Let everybody in on what's happening.
Cool. So tonight we're gonna break the Guinness World Book of Records record for the longest axe throw. So if you look down here, that gold line is the current record, 75 feet. We're gonna start at 96 feet and back our way up from there, so.
Whoa. 75 feet? We're not going 76. We're doing how much?
90, we're gonna start at 90. Yeah, we'll move up, but. Yeah.
Are you guys ready to see this? Yes, you are. We're gonna watch history tonight. Jesse Rude is gonna do the axe throw. From how far?
90 to start, hopefully 120 to finish, so.
Do we start by doing a short one?
We can if you want. You wanna throw one?
That's not a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
Hold on, Jesse, you got to tell everybody, including me, how does this, I've never done this.
Basically, you just cast it. It's easy money. He's gonna stick it first try, so.
Okay.
Yeah, you want me to throw one first, or you want to?
Yeah, you throw one first.
Just stand up straight like this.
Stand up straight like this. Oh, that was a piece of cake. Doesn't matter which one I pick? Okay. We're going to switch jobs.
Kevin. Easy money. That was easy. You killed that.
All right, we at least got it on the board. Okay. You want a couple throws?
No, I'll back it up if we're ready.
Yeah. Are you guys ready? I mean, he nailed it. I was kind of not nailing it. But Jesse's going to do a couple of throws. I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? I think he's confident, though. That's what's exciting. Okay, that's the record. That's a long ways. Okay, we're gonna give Jesse a couple of throws, and then JP's got a couple more things to say. But we're gonna watch history. He's got his AirPods in. He's jamming out to, I don't know, whatever puts him in the zone. He made you guys chant Kevin. Should we chant Jesse? Jesse.
1, 2, 3, come on. We got DJ Cool and Duck, get fresh.
Ooh! That was pretty close. Let's give him another shot here.
Let me see those hands in the air.
It's got a chance. All right, Jesse Rude. Going for history. He's locked in. Okay, Jesse, let's do one more. This is it. Ooh, so close. Jesse, you want to keep going or you want to call it good right now? Let's go one more. I know JP's got a few more things. We got all night. I'd watch this forever. Okay, JP, let's send it back to you. And then we're going to do some more throws later on. How about that? That sounds good? All right. And give it up for Jesse Rude. First attempts. We're going to try it again. JP.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming some very special guests. Please welcome the president-elect of the Nebraska Medical Association and this year's honorary chairman, Now that we have everybody in place, please welcome the president-elect of the Nebraska Medical Association and this year's honorary chairman, Dr. Dan Rosenquist. From the Nebraska National Guard, 170 OSS Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Johnson. Miss Nebraska USA, Natalie Pieper. Miss Nebraska, Stephanie Lean. Miss Nebraska Outstanding Teen, Alexandra Thompson. Miss Teen Rodeo Nebraska, Callie Troyer. Representing Lincoln Public Schools, our honorary parade marshal, Kathy Wieskamp. For the Nebraska Sports Council Board of Directors, President Rob Trebelko. And Vice President Scott Haas.
We're going for
ladies and
round
gentlemen,
two.
it looks like Jesse is ready to break a record, so let's throw it down to Kevin.
Yeah, we're going for round two. Jesse's got the wind figured out now. His palms, I think mine would be a little sweaty going from that far. He's locked in. Again, we're going to see this thing. If you didn't notice beforehand, some people were measuring this. Everything's got to be technically correct to make sure he gets in the Guinness Book of World Records. See if we can make it happen. Ooh! That was a great throw. He's on it. Jesse, by the way, is from Seward, Nebraska. We're going to try to be quiet in the gallery, please. That was perfectly straight. It was right on. Notice how everybody's standing over here? We don't want to be in danger zone. Oh, so close. He's right on it. Just a matter of getting it to hit right on that target correctly. Oh, we've been right. We've been left. Just need one right in the middle. Takes a lot of courage for Jesse to do this in front of a live audience. I'm nervous for him. Are you guys nervous for him? Yes. Ooh, that was money. It was so close. Jesse, you want to keep going? We're going more. We're going more. Boom! That's the record! Jesse Rude! How about that? Jesse Rude! Your new world record holder in the axe throw, Jesse Rude! What's he doing? Hey, Jesse, you're a world record holder.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good. It's awesome.
You got to be a little, that was nerve-wracking, no? My heart's racing for you.
Yeah, now that I got the pressure off, hopefully we can hit it from deeper, so feels good.
He wants to go deeper. We'll let you catch your breath. We'll dry off the axes, and we'll see you in a few minutes. JP.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the video screen from some highlights of our Oath of Athletes leaders.
High fly ball, left center and deep, and Nebraska matches the biggest comeback in school history, and Nebraska has won the 2022 Big Ten Tournament title.
We cannot, we will not, and we do not win without having a really clear and deliberate process of chasing excellence.
It's a team out of the Big Ten, Nebraska.
And we've worked to chase excellence in everything we do because we believe that you do anything like you do everything, and that everything truly does matter.
It's just exciting to put Nebraska back where we belong.
For the first time in school history, they've won the Big Ten Tournament Championship.
From start to finish, like we've all just worked very hard, and we knew exactly where we wanted to go.
I would say we've worked really hard, but it hasn't been hard work. Is they've not only bought in, they've leaned in, and they've become always, always, always people that put the team first. And I think anytime you experience any kind of team first mentality, it becomes magical. And it becomes something that is larger than you. And that's truly what it feels to be a part of a special team. And that's truly, truly how I feel being able to be a part of this special red team.
We do. We have three special guests tonight that will help us with the Oath of Athletes, and they're members of the Nebraska softball team. As you saw in the video, it was a good year for the Big Red. First ever Big Ten Tournament Championship. Let's give them a round of applause. Not only did they win the Big Ten Tournament, they went to the NCAA Regionals and gave fans all across Nebraska something to celebrate this spring. Of the three of them, this sophomore emerged as one of the Big Ten's best, both at the plate and in the field. She earned first team All Big Ten and second team All Region honors, and outfielder from Lincoln, number 8, Abby Squire. This senior earned numerous honors for her work in the classroom and in the community while providing invaluable leadership for the program every day as a tri-captain. A pitcher from York, number 30, Carly Sievers. And this senior tri-captain drove the Huskers with her competitive fire while turning in her best year at Nebraska as a senior, earning second team All-Region and second team All-Big Ten awards. A pitcher from Elkhorn, Nebraska, number 39, Olivia Farrell. Now, ladies, please lead us in the oath of athletes.
Thank you. State Games athletes, please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after us. We, the athletes of the Cornhusker State Games, pledge to abide by the rules of our sport, to practice good sportsmanship, and respect our opponents and the games.
We will strive to win, but we will be proud just doing our best. Thank you so much, athletes, and good luck.
Thank you, ladies. Let's hear it one more time for Olivia, Carly, and Abby.
Folks, it's time to welcome our friends from the Lincoln Sport Parachute Club, underwritten tonight by Creek Carrier Corporation and Schaefer Trucking. And now to introduce our high-flying guests from the Lincoln Sport Parachute Club, please welcome Bill Lehman.
Thank you, JP. All right, if you look directly above the skies, above where you'll see our plane. In just a few moments, jumpers will be coming out of that plane. Once again, we are very honored to be a part of the opening ceremonies for the Cornhusker State Games. We look forward to this each and every year. All right, one jumper away. And another. And a third is out. While they're coming down, we'll tell you a little bit about our club. Currently located in Weeping Water, Nebraska, the Lincoln Sport Parachute Club was founded in 1959 right here in Lincoln. Having been in continuous operation for 63 years, we are the oldest skydiving club in the United States and most likely the world. First three jumpers tonight include Mark Farrell, a 40-plus year veteran with over 8,000 skydives. He'll be the one landing first. Following him will be Ken Bader from Omaha, another 40-year veteran with around 8,000 jumps. Landing third tonight will be Dan Myers from right here in Lincoln. He's been jumping for around 35 years and have over 6,000 jumps to his credit. That's Mark Farrell from Omaha, Nebraska. Give him a hand, everybody. Landing next is Dan Myers from right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Dan is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Give him a hand. Coming in last, Ken Bader from Omaha, Nebraska. He is the veteran of the United States Army. And as Ken is landing, if you look directly up, you'll see our airplane. We have one more jumping coming out of the plane. Thank you, Ken. Our last jumper tonight is out of the plane now. Travis Bader from Omaha, Nebraska. You might recognize the last name. His dad just landed. In a few moments, Travis will be presenting the colors for us.
Across the plains of Nebraska, from sea to shining
Let's hear it one more time for our skydivers from the Lincoln Sport Parachute Club.
Thanks for having us out,
wonderful vocal
JP.
rendition of God Bless the USA.
Thanks for having us out, JP. Skydiving is something you've always wanted to try. Please check out our Instagram at Skydive LSPC, where you can register for a free tandem skydive. Please ask for Bill. I'd love to throw you out of a plane. Back to you, JP.
Thank you, Bill. And let's give it up once again for the Lincoln Continentals and our Lincoln Sport Parachute Club. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Jesse isn't satisfied with just breaking the world record. What's going on down there, Kevin?
Well, we have a world record. It was 75. It's now 90. Jesse wants to throw 120. That's a pretty big jump. I'm not going to talk to him. We're going to let him focus, and we're going to see if Jesse can break his own world record. Again, he's throwing for 120 feet. Keep in mind the record before tonight was 75. Heads up down there now. He's armed and dangerous. That is a long throw. Oh, you move that thing to a right just a little bit, and it's going to stick. Ooh. Oh. He's on it. He's on it, folks. You can see it from right behind. This is a long throw. Ooh, from 120 feet. The world record was 75. Is now 90. And we're going for 120. Jesse's got a few more axes to throw. Again, the axe throwing, one of the 70-plus sports in the Cornhusker State Games. Ooh. It's awesome to watch it from back here. It curves right to left a little bit. The wind has stopped, mostly. Oh. That was the attempt from 120. Again, if you see the yellow line, that was the previous record of 75. You're still the world record holder in the axe throw, Jesse Rude. All right, thanks for putting on a show tonight, Jesse. It was so much fun. How'd you get into this sport?
I worked at a summer camp, and I started to throw axes. I liked it a lot. And then in college, I worked at an axe bar, and it was just a lot of fun. It's a repeatable thing. It's mindless. It's fun to just waste time doing it. So.
And how long have you wanted to have this record?
Probably about half a year. I was sitting on my couch, and I saw the record, and I was like, yeah, that's got to be mine. It's easy. So. But it wasn't easy, so thanks for hanging in there.
Hey. He wanted to go for the record in front of all you folks. Isn't that awesome? I think that we witnessed history tonight. Thank you. Congratulations, Jesse Rude.
All right, folks, please join me in welcoming three men on a mission to defy gravity and bring you out of your seats. It's our freestyle motocross daredevils, Scott Murray, Logan Allen, and Scotty Miller. And here to describe the action is Lincoln's foremost freestyle motocross expert and industry vet, Daryl Byer.
Check, check. All right, Lincoln, Nebraska. We got any freestyle motocross fans out there? Let me hear you make some noise. Oh, yeah, we're in for a perfect night. The conditions are great. If you're not familiar with the way this game is played, we brought out 3 serious pros. I'll be telling you about them here in just a moment. But we're looking at the top of the takeoff ramp to the landing, 75 feet through the air. Now, unlike any other sport, in this sport, they can hear you. They feed on that energy. So let's get these guys warmed up. Let's fire them up with the big old Husker Nation. Yeah, we're going to get that mind and machine working as one. We're going to do a little bit of a run through the eras of freestyle motocross. For a lot of you folks, you probably don't know this. This sport has been going on for about 25, 30 years. Started out on the racetracks, just playing around. And believe it or not, about 25 years ago, freestyle motocross tours were set up here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Getting a little air action. Oh yeah, we got launch. Everything's good. It's a beautiful night for freestyle motocross. Let me check out Nebraska. That gets you fired up. All right, Logan Allen taking the lead on things. We're going to be introducing you to him here. Charlotte, followed by Scotty Miller. Right now, all they're doing is trying to get you guys on board, get you fired up, get you pumped up. Yeah, this is just the warm-ups, ladies and gentlemen. These guys got a bag of tricks that are out of control. Yeah, we're pretty excited. It's always great. A bunch of athletes out here representing Nebraska, tearing it up. These guys get fired up with other athletes. They know that it's about digging deep. Reaching in, going for that extra mile. All right, Lincoln, that was just warming up. Let me give you some introductions here. I'm really excited about this. We got ourselves really the rookie newcomer, we like to call him. You get a lot of guff because you got some pretty experienced riders around us. Let's make some noise for Logan Allen. All right, next up, I'm really excited to introduce you to this rider. He has a ton of energy. He's coming in. Just recently won himself the silver medal at the Monster Jam World Finals Best Trick Contest, making a name global, ladies and gentlemen, for Scotty Miller. This next rider normally doesn't need a lot of introduction. I've known this man a lot of years. He's a lot of excitement, but if you follow it, you maybe know of Moto X World Championships. You're looking at a world champion, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Scott Murray. All right, we're going to have a little bit of fun out here. If you guys are okay with it, we're going to give you a little bit of a wind through the way the eras of the sport goes. If you're not familiar, in the old days, tricks started just playing around at the races. They would go over the finish line, throwing a little trick, and that was really what kind of got people excited. They evolved into a sport. But it took a lot of years to do that. So what we're going to do is start you out the right way. We're going to give you a little bit of a tutorial of a little bit of old school, as we call it. We're going to see what these guys can do with it, and they're going to add extra style. You guys ready for this? You guys want to get a show going on? Let's make some noise. All right, gentlemen, old school it is. The floor is yours. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, you give them energy when they approach that ramp. They're going to feel that energy. They're going to go big. Let's keep them pumped up. Breaking out a can right out the door, one of the earliest tricks in the game. The sidewinder action, getting the feet action, keeping the hands on the bar, mighty machine rolling, baby. Superman. Superman Indy putting a little more on it, getting that body rotation going. Oh, that's where you started seeing those motocross racers breaking out those big old whips, putting a knack whip together. We're going to call that one a pirate. He had his eye closed. Lazy boy in it. I guess you guys are starting to figure out Scotty Miller's world famous for his whip action. He's going to be unleashing on you. Man, we got all these athletes out there. I'm really excited for you guys. Cornhusker State Games is an awesome event. I was fortunate myself to actually participate about 8 years ago. It's an awesome experience. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. This is taking that old school. Now you're going to start seeing putting a little bit of personal flair on it, mixing it up a little bit, adding their own style points. All right, Husker Nation, let's get that noise going. We're just getting ready. All right, I can tell these guys are starting to want to push the limits a little bit further. Now, these guys have been doing competitions all over the world. What you're seeing here is those essential qualifying skills that you have to be able to compete. But these guys haven't even reached into their specialties. You guys ready to get a little bit crazier? You guys want to see some of the big stuff? Let's go a little new school. All right. We're going to keep forward, and we're going to unleash these guys. It's time for new school. The floor is yours, gentlemen. Now again, they're gonna pump you up. They got some crazy tricks in them. They're each specialist. We got a couple world champions in here. They're gonna just go crazy for you, but you guys got to keep them energized. Getting that big old nice extension with that seat grab. That's what you started seeing in the new school. Body separation from the bike, combinations, pushing the limits ever so much further. KOD, nice little look back action, showing you the man's got a mad bag of skills. Well, you guys want to keep them pumped up? You want them to go bigger? You got to let them hear it. See with the Husker Nation going. Backflip! Nebraska, make some noise for Scott Murray. Wholly into a rock-solid combo trick, starting to show some skills and specialties. This is the stuff that pushes you up to the front of the line in competition, just taking it to another level. Little switchblade action, rolling it back, showing that body rotation and shift. These guys are serious, man, crazy nuts. They're going to go crazy for you even further. Pumped up out there. Not Scotty Miller's specialty. He is known globally as the Beast Whips. Scott Murray. Aha. Scott's over there shaking his head at that last one. The only problem is we just didn't make enough noise when he approaches that ramp. That's what he needs. Switchblade rolling out to a super, starting to show some crazy combination action. Only to rock solid again. That separation from the bike, that is just such a mind-numbing experience. It's awesome. It's mind and machine working as one. Super flip. Go big or go home, baby. That's Scott Murray for you. All right, they've been going crazy. I just want to find out. You want them to keep going? You guys having a good time? All right, you guys are an awesome crowd. No, the guys are all concerned about going too long. I've told them, you guys want to see more, so we're going to keep this action going. You guys keep energized for us. All right, these guys dug pretty deep. I'm going to bring them in here. I think they earned a little bit of noise, but Scott's got one more coming for you. You know, you guys have been an awesome crowd. You give me a thumbs up for a little extra. These guys are solid. You guys want to do one? All right, looks like you guys got the green light. Anytime we get a good solid crowd, these guys are able to get a little bit crazy and go a little bit nuts. If you don't know what it is, it's called doing trains. It's where you try to get 2-3 bikes up in the air at the same time. You stream on each other's tail. It's a lot of trust, takes a lot of love. It's pretty dangerous. But Nebraska, you've been an awesome crowd. You earned this one. So we're going to turn it over to these guys. Enjoy. We're going to give you a few more extra jumps and take it another level. This one's for you guys for being a great audience. Thank you so much as we turn it over to Crazy Train. There's so much trust involved in this. These guys get really tight on each other. Huge amounts of trust. All right, coming in high, working that stream. Yeah, baby. Nah, these guys been tearing it up. We appreciate all this energy coming from you out there. That just drives these shows. That's what this is all about, freestyle motocross, just taking it to another level, getting the crowd into it, respecting your fellow athlete, being able to go out there, compete, but show a lot of love, and that's what it's all about at the Cornhusker State Games. So we hope that's, but I think these guys got just a little bit more for you. Let's keep it rolling. I've been bragging to these guys about that Husker noise. You know how to do it. Let's do it. All right, looks like they got one more in them. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Scott Murray, Logan Allen, Scotty Miller. Hey, Nebraska, it was our true pleasure to come out here, share the sport we love and enjoy. We thank you. We hope it pumped you up a little bit. But all three of these guys, a sincere thank you from all of them and the good folks out here that help organize this event. It is a phenomenal event. Wish all you athletes the best. All right, we've had a great time. Thank you so much. You guys have been a great crowd. Let's give it up one final round of applause for tonight's performers. Oh, yeah, we've had a great time. There's still action to come, folks. Stay in your seats. We thank you so much. We'll see you after the show as well, doing autographs.
Ladies and gentlemen, throughout the month of June, the Cornhusker State Games Torch Run, sponsored by Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, made its way across Nebraska with 6 in-person routes and virtual participation in all Nebraska counties. The culmination of the Torch Run is the lighting of the cauldron by our mystery torchlighter, sponsored by Black Hills Energy. Please turn your attention to the big screen for the introduction of this year's torchlighter. This year's mystery torchlighter, a native of Papillion, was a standout youth athlete in multiple sports. By high school, her focus was on softball, where she became the most dominant player in Nebraska high school history, leading the Papillion La Vista Monarchs to 3 state championships during her 4 years. Her senior year, she also earned the 2021 Gatorade National High School Softball Player of the Year Award. This spring, in her freshman season with the Oklahoma Sooners, she was dominant, finishing with a 22-2 pitching record and becoming an All-American and the National Freshman of the Year in college softball. For the season, she had 205 strikeouts and a 1.09 earned run average over 141 innings pitched. Her wins included 1 solo perfect game, 1 solo no-hitter, and a winning performance in the team's final game against Texas, which earned the Sooners their 2nd consecutive NCAA National Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Cornhusker State Games Mystery Torchlighter, Jordy Ball. Thank you, Jordy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the 2022 Cornhusker State Games Torchlighter, Jordy Ball.
Everybody, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, following the opening declaration, stick around for our fireworks show, sponsored by the Realtors Association of Lincoln. And now for the opening declaration, please join me in welcoming our honorary chairman, Dr. Dan Rosenquist.
Athletes and guests, on behalf of the Nebraska Medical Association, it is my great pleasure to be the honorary chairperson of the 38th Annual Cornhusker State Games. The Nebraska Medical Association was founded in 1868, represents nearly 3,000 active and retired physicians, residents, and medical students from across Nebraska. Our mission is to advocate for physicians, but also for the patients and for all of Nebraska healthcare. We are a proud platinum sponsor of these Cornhusker State Games. I'm honored to say thank you to our fellow sponsors and all of the hardworking volunteers. Your dedication and support is what makes Nebraska great. Athletes, I know you'll give it your all. Best of luck and for a fun and successful Cornhusker State Games. And last but not least, let the games begin.
Well, Dave, it's time for the dramatic conclusion. Fireworks coming up. I don't know how you can top everything we've already seen. Jordy Ball lighting the torch, the motocross, the world record axe throw, but fireworks to cap everything off.
How about all that?
My goodness.
That was unbelievable. I'm still speechless. I get goosebumps 4 or 5 times every year during this program, and I think I got them 10 or 12 times this time. What a great job by the performers. Those motorcycle daredevils and Jesse Rude getting that world record axe throw. Unbelievable. Unbelievable show. Yeah, I'm really proud of that. We got the torch lit by Jordy Ball. My goodness. I don't know. Fireworks are going pretty good, though, it looks like.
Next year, you're doing motocross, right? Is that what I heard? Is that the
I'm going to throw an axe while doing motocross.
Yes, there we go. There we go. Well, the viewers at home, the hundreds of people here at Seacrest enjoying quite the show. And again, this is just the kickoff of the Cornhusker State Games, the opening ceremony signifying the beginning of the statewide competition. Over 70 events taking place over the next week and a half. And it certainly sets the tone for what's to come here in Nebraska.
Yeah, it's a great opening for the majority of these Cornhusker State Games, and the athletes are going to be inspired. You got to believe that after a show like this. Good participation, good crowd here tonight, and a great performance. I couldn't be prouder of our volunteers, all the sponsors who helped make this event happen.
And when you talk about the mystery torchlighter and someone who is a shining example of Nebraska, the most decorated softball player, high school-wise, ever to come out of the state of Nebraska, in Jordy Ball, a national champion as a freshman, going to Oklahoma, Freshman of the Year honors. And she certainly is a role model for all of those out here who are able to witness that here tonight.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. Just a dominant performer. And hopefully we're going to have her come up and say a few words here in just a minute. But I have watched some softball the last few years and got to see Jordy pitch in high school several times, and then just really moving on to the next level, and not just the next level, but the top level in the sport, and being so dominant there at Oklahoma. What an unbelievable year. What a representative for the power of working hard, and she's done that her whole life. She's been a leader. She's a great teammate. So what a perfect choice for the torchlighter this year.
Well, and to that point, yeah, not only an amazing athlete, but just the type of person that she is, the character that she's demonstrated. And I know you've seen that firsthand, and that is exactly the type of person you want representing the state of Nebraska at an event like this.
Yep, absolutely. She's awesome. And guess what? Congratulations. Sorry, it's not great TV, but Brandon's gonna...
Let's give Jordy the mic. Let's talk to her a little bit. So, Jordy.
Hello.
Hello. How was the lap? What kind of thoughts, emotions were you feeling as you were carrying that torch?
Just kind of really soaking it in. This is a huge event, and it's just an honor to be recognized and be able to be a part of this event. Growing up, I never got the opportunity to compete in it, but especially since going away to school, my pride in Nebraska has only grown. And so just this event, like people coming from all over the state, coming together to compete and just share this environment is incredible, and it was just humbling to be able to be a part of it.
Well, when you look at your career, you've had quite a few milestones. I mean, the video very well demonstrates what you did in high school, already a national champ as a freshman. When you look back at your career, and there's still a lot to play out, but what sticks out to you as either maybe a turning point or a learning moment or something that was really special and helped propel you to where you're at today?
One of the biggest turning moments in my career was honestly my sophomore year in high school. We actually lost in the championship to Abby Squire's Lincoln Southwest team, and that was a big moment, a big turning point in my career. And just kudos to her and that team, but definitely it helped make me a better player and better person.
Obviously a role model. There's a lot of young kids out there, boys and girls, all aspiring to be great athletes participating in these games. If you could maybe take a tidbit of advice that you'd share for all those kids out there, what would be something that should really stick with them?
Just soak in that Nebraska grit. Governor Rick had said it, it's so true. Just the grit being from the Midwest. Work hard. You're never going to regret working hard at the end of the day, because whether it was a good or a bad day, you know you left it all out there. And so that's one thing I would always say, and that also helps carry you through the hard times too, is just knowing that every day you leave it all out there and there's no doubt in your mind.
Well, Jordy, appreciate you making it up here. I know you're a little bit out of breath, but certainly very deserving of being the mystery torchlighter and a shining example of what hard work and determination can bring, and a great representative of Nebraska. So thank you for the time.
Well, thank you for having me.
That is Jordy Ball, national champion with the Oklahoma Sooners. The fireworks have concluded, and that will pretty much wrap up an exciting night here at Seacrest. Dave, any final thoughts as we put the bow tie on this?
Well, thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of the volunteers. We know that our medical and safety teams are going to be out there keeping people cool. The next 2 weekends, it's going to be hot, so remind everybody to stay hydrated. Last but not least, get out there and do your best. It's the Cornhusker State Games. It's time to go for the gold.
And for us at News Channel Nebraska, proud to be able to televise the beginning of this great event, week plus of activities. We will be bookending it as well with the Men's Adult Gold League Division Championship, not this Sunday, next Sunday, but people can tune in to catch that as well, which is a fun event.
You bet. It's great basketball. Most of those players that come together in that open division are all either still playing college or ex-college players. And we know that championship game last year was really, really entertaining, and it came down to the final couple minutes before somebody ran away with it. But tune into that. It's going to be really, it's I think a week from Sunday, and right around noon, I believe. But some of the best ball players in Nebraska that are, I would say, getting together with guys that they maybe played in high school with, but guys that are all still playing really good basketball, and it's always entertaining.
Well, lastly, a special thanks to our terrific production crew. A lot of moving parts. That goes for putting this on as an event with Dave's team and also on the TV side. Being able to put this all together for you all at home is quite a feat. And Tyler Bersovsky, Tyler Lechner in the truck, Jamie Wentz, also a huge help making this all possible. We hope you enjoyed it at home. We certainly enjoyed watching it here, and we are looking forward to that basketball game and being here a year from now. It's funny, Dave, but a year from now we'll be here before we know it as well.
Yeah, it goes quick, doesn't it?
That will do it for us here from Seacrest Field in Lincoln, putting the final touches on the 38th annual opening ceremonies of the Cornhusker State Games. I'm Brandon Axemet for Dave Manerick and our terrific camera crew and production crew in the truck. We'll see you next time.